Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So in front of us is the 2023 Ford F150 Lightning. This is the Lariat trim level, finished off in iconic silver metallic. We'll go over the MSRP once we go over all the specs and features and get this truck out on the road. So let's start off with what powers this. It has the extended range, so the upgraded battery, which is a 131 kilowatt lithium ion battery paired to a single speed transmission, pumping out 580 horsepower, 775 pound-feet of torque, sent through the all-wheel drive system. It will propel this 6,000 pound truck from 0 to 60 in just under 4 seconds. Top speed is 111 miles an hour, and the range is increased to 320 miles, which is pretty impressive for a truck like this. So let's work our way to the exterior styling now, where we're going to start up front, where you can see it is very different from a traditional F-150. The grille is completely solid, so that is the first clue, along with the LED bar that runs right across it. Now, we still have the Ford badge, of course, with a forward-facing camera. All of the parking sensors are in the body-colored section of that bumper, where there's also some tow hooks. You can see the air dam right in the middle, as well as the active grille shutters to provide some better aerodynamics and airflow for this truck. I think it has a really nice design. Even though that grille is solid, there is some nice designs within that grille itself. Now, being a fully electric truck, there's no engine up front, but this does have some storage space. So I can use the button on the key fob or this hidden button over on that right side, and that will automatically open up, providing you with a good bit of space. This is essentially the trunk storage for this truck. You can even charge some electronics if you need to. Over on that side, there's a light there that you can turn on and off. And there's even some storage space up underneath the floor. Currently, the charging cables are here, and you can even rotate this piece and have it upright. So you have a storage area, there's a ruler too. You can put 400 pounds up front. So if you're using this for work purposes, you're doing some house projects, you have some heavy bags, you can place a lot of items up front. Now you can use that button, or you can use the key fob to close it up. I think that's a really good design use of space. And for the side, this has a set of 20-inch wheels with the regenerative braking, of course, a fixed set of running boards. This also has the body-colored side mirrors with the turn signal, camera, and a spotlight too. Now this has the full panoramic sunroof. It also has the short bed, really nice lines in the lower section of the door, and a good proportional design. Now the Lightning logo is also on the back side of the bed there. F-150 is stamped through the tailgate, where this also has some lights just on each side of the backup camera. We have LED taillights with that connector bar, just like you saw up front. This even has a body-colored bumper with all the parking sensors. It can even tow right around 7,700 pounds. So pretty impressive for this truck. Now, as we take a look at the bed space, you can use the button on the key fob or the electronic button up underneath, and that will slowly lower like pretty much every other Ford. And the bed space is really no different. We have the spray-in bed liner, a lot of tie-down hooks. You do though get a 240, a 120, two 120s there, so you can charge a lot of electronics. Use this as a generator, so you can hook up a lot of items if you need to do so. And then for this tailgate, we have an area you could place a tape measure, some pens or pencils. There's a tape measure too. And this even gets the C-clamp channels, so that way you can safely secure any items to the bed itself or the tailgate, and you can cut them if you need to, or just secure them as needed. Now, an easy way to enter and exit this truck, this is not new for the F-150 in general, but this makes it so much easier to hop up into this. So if you're using this every day, it definitely will take the stress away from jumping up or jumping all the way to the ground. Very easy to do. In a matter of seconds, we can close that up and we are ready to go. So as we work our way to the interior, you can lock and unlock this with the door handle. Also, just to mention, there's also some lights on the back side of that step, which is nice to see. Now the door panel has some leather, really nice trim in the upper section. This has the Bang & Olufsen sound system too, and that split design for the storage space. We have the beautiful leather seats. These are heated, which is nice. And then at 5'10", I can easily hop up into this truck. There's some storage pockets behind both front seats, cup holders, we have air vents, even some more auxiliaries so you can charge more electronics. And right in the middle, we have the armrest, 2 cup holders. There's the electronic sliding rear glass. We can get another look at the full panoramic sunroof. Provides a lot of light. Now what I love about the Fords is the release handle is on the inside of the grab handle, so you can close it, of course, and then grab that to release the door. It's really nice how it's hidden away. What's also nice is the hidden storage space underneath both of these seats. So you can lock both of these up. You can even flip this up where you'll have another storage area. You can have this up with the seats down too. So you have a row of storage and one in the back section with that divider there. So you can hide away some items as needed. Now up front, door panels just like the rear. However, there's all the window adjustments. The side mirrors are power folding, and this gets a set of memory seating adjustments. And it's just as easy to enter these front seats, where now we can look at that graphic for the infotainment system, which is pretty cool to see. But let's fire this up. With my foot on the brake, we can bring this to life, and you will know it's ready to go. You will see a ready in green over on that left side. And for this gauge cluster, you can see the range on that left side along with your power. It will also show you your regenerative braking as well. Miles per hour are on that right side there. And then right in the middle, you have My View, which basically shows you everything that you are looking at just underneath that. So this is customizable, of course, where you can go through all this information. You can look at your towing. So if you are doing that a lot, you can monitor that info. There's the nav, phone and audio, and then settings that you can go into just to configure this as needed. So not a ton of information, but it gives you everything that you need. On this home screen here, you can also further go through some of this info, even look at your pitch and your roll. You have power distribution, and then back to My View. There's also a calm screen too, if you don't want to have anything in the center. And then for this steering wheel, it's finished off in leather. There's some nice trim in the lower section. On this left side, you can see all the adaptive cruise control settings. There's volume and Bluetooth controls, all of the controls for that screen, of course, along with tuning and another Bluetooth control. Now on this left side, there is a pedal adjustment, so you can use that as needed. There's the electronic parking brake. There's also a cargo light in the bed, so you can turn that on. It's where the third brake light is. All the headlight adjustments, dimmer switches for the gauges. You can turn on separately the side mirrors with those spotlights, and then you can also open up the storage and lower the tailgate as well. And then right in the middle, we have the massive vertical screen where you can go through a ton of information. Let's start off by pushing on that F-150 logo. So you can go through the different driving modes. You can even set up the one pedal drive. You have the locking differential. You can go into the camera system where we have plenty of visibility for anything that you need to see. There's even a hitch view and a bed view too, so you can monitor items in the bed space. And then we can also go to access. So when you have this charging, you can unlock the charging cord. You have some lights there. We can go into all of the towing and hitch settings, so you can monitor that as needed. If you are using this to haul a lot of weight, you have an onboard scale, so you don't overload this truck, which is of course nice to have. Every truck, I think, should have that. We also have the zone lighting, so you can turn on everything that is a light. If you're using this at nighttime, you don't even need to grab a flashlight. You can just bring your truck. This also has parallel parking, so you can monitor that. We have the intelligent backup power. So you can use this as a generator, like I mentioned earlier, so you can power some other equipment as long as you have enough charge for this truck. Now underneath that, we do have this row here where if you push on any of these icons, they will pop up top. So I believe that you could use this as presets and you can customize those as needed. The lower section is always going to be fixed. So you will see we have the heated and ventilated seats. You can just swipe on this dial, push on the arrow, it will disappear. There's the heated steering wheel, your climate adjustments that you can use. Where you'd like the air to go is over on that right side, and you can quickly get through all of that. Now, volume for the radio is right in the middle, along with power, and then we also have a few other controls surrounding that. Now on this left side is the Pro Trailer system. So if you have never backed up before or you need some help, you can use that along with the trailer braking system. There's also the hazards, a shortcut to the parallel parking system, and traction control. And then on the right side, there's a 12 volt and a 3-prong outlet. Now below that, we have a wireless charging pad along with some more auxiliaries, a little bit of storage, and you can hide all of that away if you'd like to. There's 2 cup holders, a little bit of storage right in the middle. And then with the shifter, just by putting that into reverse, you will see that camera appear, of course. Drive is all the way back. And then you do have to be in park in order to push on that silver button. What that allows you to do is flip up the center armrest, where now you have a nice flat surface. You could work on your laptop, any documents, eat your lunch. You have a pretty cool spot to do that, and then you can quickly raise that back up. Now for the rest of the armrest, tons of storage space to put in any items that you need to, and you even have 2 glove boxes for additional storage, which is nice to see. There's even some storage pockets on both sides where you can place additional info. And we will take one last look. Visibility is very easy to see, so you really don't have any issues there. There's a sunglass holder up top. We have that rear glass along with the sunshade and sunroof adjustments, and the dome lights are on both sides. And with the truck in sport mode, here we go. Woohoo! Ooh, and we are up to speed. It is a quick truck. It doesn't feel fast because you don't hear anything, but it gets up and moves. So it's a different feeling than a combustion engine where you can hear the speed getting quicker. You can hear maybe the gear shifts if you're in a manual. This, you just get up and go. It's hard to convey how quickly it can get up and move because there's no noise. But for this roughly $80,000 truck, again, depending on the trim level and the battery range that you go with, it's a pretty nice truck. We have a lot of nice amenities and features, a lot of tech to go through. The Blue Cruise, I have found, only activates when you're on the highway, which would make sense because the highway is the straightest of where you would be driving versus some back roads. Obviously that have some turns, but the Blue Cruise actually pops up with the hands-free technology. So obviously you need to be paying attention, have your hands on the wheel, but it will help you with keeping the truck in the lane. It will do some of the curves out on the highway, but it will not activate, especially on roads like I'm on right now. So it does have some kind of sensor to it to be able to differentiate where you are, of course. One thing that I will say about this truck, I own a Toyota Tacoma, which is of course a mid-size truck. This is a full-size truck. The steering in this doesn't feel like it could be as tight as it is. I've found myself having to maneuver a few more turns than my Tacoma, which is not a fair comparison because that's a smaller truck. But for the size of this truck, I feel like the turning should be a little bit better as far as maneuverability goes. So it's one kind of minor hiccup with it. It's interesting, especially going into parking spaces and things like that. But it is a bigger truck, so that's something to expect slightly with it. But other than that, it's got a lot of space to it. I love the storage up front. In my opinion, it's a good city vehicle. I went out of town while I had this truck, and I did not take it because of the range, but I also don't have the proper capabilities to tow this. I was out somewhere where there were no charging stations close by, which was a hindrance. So had I taken it, I had proper charging at home, I still didn't have enough range to make it convenient in order to charge this. So that's just something to consider with electric vehicles, is planning your trips accordingly with how you want to charge them. And if I did own this, it still would have been an inconvenience to find somewhere to charge it with the location that I was going. I wasn't in the city, very rural area where there are no charging stations available. So to me, this is more of a city vehicle. I've been driving it through the city the last couple days, and I think it is perfect for situations like that. If you have the proper hookups at home, it does make it more convenient. But that's all a personal preference, of course, with your taste on electric versus combustion engines. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this 2023 Ford F-150 Lightning. Hope you enjoyed today's full review. Give it a huge thumbs up if you did, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.